Hey, what's going on, everybody? Isaac here, coming at you with a question today. Every once in a while, I just make a video where I ask a question. So I need your help. So, listen up. Here we go. The question, as you saw in the title of the video when you clicked on it, what in the world is a fighting knife? A fighting knife? What is that? Is it this? Is this a fighting knife? Guess. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's utilitarian. The K-Bar calls it the fighting utility knife. So what's a fighting knife? Is this a fighting knife? The Tops Operator 7? That thick old thing? Is that a fighting knife? Are you taking this to war over the K-Bar? Maybe this is a fighting knife. A Bowie knife. Is that a fighting knife? Was it designed to be a fighter? Or was this particular one designed for cut and brush? I don't know. Maybe this is a fighting knife. It's designed to get to the Navy SEALs. This little folding thing? Is that a fighting knife? How about this one? Is this a fighting knife? Hoo-wee. Maybe it is. Because look, you got a little sharpened tip there. So maybe this is a fighting knife. Maybe. So you can get right up on in there and right on your enemy's cheek. Or maybe it's this. Is that the fighting knife? The fighting blade? Gladius? So the question today stems from a video I watched yesterday. Donnie B All Day posted a video of the K-Bar Extreme Fighting Utility Knife with the D2 steel, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the K-Bar. I like the K-Bar. I like the way it looks. It's made of a solid, 1095 steel. It cuts stuff very well, but Donnie says it's not really a fighting knife. It's a utility knife. It's good for, I don't know, utilitarian things, cutting stuff, opening boxes, hunting. It's based, the Mark II, I guess it's based on, hunting knives from early to mid 20th century. And I agree with Donnie. It's not a fighting knife. It's a combat utilitarian knife. But really, I still don't have my question to answer. What is a fighting knife? Because throughout the course of human history, I don't think there's ever been a man who just grabbed his knife and went off to war. Let's say up until the mid 17th century, the spear and later on the pike were the weapons of choice of war for the infantrymen. Why? Because they had a long pole with a pointy end on it. That piece of steel there, your blade. Then eventually we moved, and maybe some people used bows and arrows, but we'll just say the infantrymen then moved to guns. Now, guns were available before the mid 17th century, but from stuff I read, the pike was the real weapon of choice in the early 17th century because they just had the matchlocks, the matchlock guns then. If you don't know what it is, watch Disney's Pocahontas. You'll see. There's a good example for you. Then, as technology evolved, you got the regular flintlock muskets instead of having a lit cord to ignite that bullet out of the end of your gun there. Then they moved to rifled barrels and percussion caps you would put on your gun to ignite the powder. Then, some genius came up with the idea of putting powder in a brass case and a bullet screwed into the end, and pop, and there it goes. And then it evolved even more. You can put a bunch of those into a thing called a magazine and pop that into your rifle, and you got 30 of them ready to go right away. So that's what you fight with. So what's a fighting knife? Nobody goes to war with just a knife. Nobody really picks a fight with just a knife, do they? Of course, you got your street thugs and all, I suppose. Knife is a sidearm. This is a sidearm too. A little bit bigger of a sidearm, but you carry this on your side and you carry your spear in this hand. So what makes a fighting knife a fighting knife? What's the difference between a fighting knife and a tactical knife? You can get cut pretty good with this thing. Play the hokey pokey with this thing all day long. What's a fighting knife? What is a combat knife? I mean, my chef's knife I have in the kitchen is pretty dang old sharp and tough. But I take that to war? What's a fighting knife? Let me know.